If you are calling Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? If you can, let me stop my screen share. If you can see me and hear me, just type hello with multiple O's on YouTube. It is now 8 o'clock officially Indian Standard Time. And as I promised, I will be here answering the questions that you sent me yesterday in yesterday's video. So based on what you've asked me in yesterday's video, I'm going to answer as many people as I can. We had 400 comments on yesterday's video. So of course I can't take 400 answers, but whatever I can, I will do today. Okay, so if you can see me and hear me, just type hello. Okay, cool. Let me see. Okay, lots of hellos. Okay, wonderful to be here. Wonderful to see you. I appreciate you. So firstly, let me just take a moment to say thank you for giving me your time, for giving me attention, for giving me your ears. I don't take that lightly. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening to me. And now I'll get started with the questions, okay? So there are already questions coming in the chat box, but as promised, we're taking questions from yesterday's video, and I will try to take a little bit from the comment section a little later on. Okay, so you guys ready? Take your notebook, okay? Take a notebook, find a notebook, find one right now, take a pen, pencil, open a new sheet of paper and start taking notes, okay? If you'll take notes, just type, I promise to take notes, because one word can change your life. Okay, so if you don't note it down, your mind will easily convince you of some other reality. So take notes. Okay, so I'm going to answer the questions now. Remember, just because it may not be your question, the answer will still apply to you. Okay, so make sure you write notes as though it is your question itself. Okay, taking notes. Good, fabulous. So we're going to begin with the first question. Okay, so my team has actually put the questions in this format, as you can see on the screen. And they've also put like screenshot format. So I'm going to take as many as I can, and we'll get started with question number 1. So remember, if you're a serious seeker of knowledge, you will listen very deeply and take notes, okay? So the question comes from Ruby2911, and Ruby says, I still repeat these affirmations, but my energy may not be entirely positive. How many of us can relate to that, right? We can't be positive all the time, every day. Will it still work? Can I attract abundance in this case? Okay. So the question is, will affirmations work when you're doing them, when you're feeling low and you're not really feeling the affirmations? Will they still work? And the short answer is 10%. Nope, it does not. The whole secret sauce behind creation is the energy, right? Anything physical to exist, there has to be an energy field. Right now, there are molecules vibrating in a certain frequency that makes this one solid cup, right? But if it was of a different frequency, it will be something else. So whenever you're creating something, in this case, you're creating financial freedom using affirmations, the frequency you should be in, and it's okay if you're not. If you're low, I'll tell you what to do, but you must pause and come back to a neutral state, and then do your affirmations when you can really feel into the words that you're saying. When you lean into them, feel into them, that is the frequency of creating something solid. Okay, so you have to feel into it. So what happens when you're not positive? I'll answer that question, because 90% of all the questions are, I'm depressed, I failed in the past, I got too much emotional pain, I'm way too low, my self-esteem is too low, how am I supposed to attract money? So I'm going to answer all that today. Okay, so the answer here is you must feel into the words. Ruby also says, what is the one thing that makes a person manifest money easily and fast in your experience? The one thing that helps a person manifest money easily and fast, in my experience, is the belief that money is easy and fast. Let me repeat that. Is the belief that money is easy and fast. How many of us have an opposite belief? Money takes time to come. You have to work a long time before you can accumulate money. Money is not easy. You have to work hard for money. Throw in the dustbin. Okay, the belief that money is easy and fast is what helps people attract money easy and fast. So did you get some learning from that? Just type learned something in the chat. Okay, so I can see the YouTube comments, but I have to like flip tabs, but just type learned something if you learned something. Okay, good. Okay, I can't see your questions on YouTube, so if you're going to ask questions, I won't be able to see it. So just listen in on this training. Okay, all right, cool. Did you guys learn something? Learn something? Okay, cool. I am seeing some of your comments, but some I'm not seeing. So hopefully you all are commenting. Okay, learned. Shilpi says learned. Okay. Money comes from where it comes. So money comes in whatever way you decide it comes. Next question. Can someone in the share trading business, which is extremely volatile, find a way to manifest money? The answer is yes. So here's the thing you need to know about money, and I want you to type it down. Money has no brain of its own. Type it in the chat. Money has no brain of its own. Tattoo it on your arm. Money has no brain of its own. It only goes in the direction that it is called. It does not matter what source of money you're looking for, including music, artistry, painting, dancing, any form in which, any avenue in which money comes. If you personally have a brain for money, which means your thoughts, emotions, behavior is aligned to someone who can command money very easily, who can deal with money easily. If you build you convince yourself this is who you are, does not matter what avenue, the money will still find its way to you. And definitely with trading, I have so many traders in my environment who are doing phenomenally. They know exactly where to put what, remove where from what. If you believe that what you do gives phenomenal results, that is the belief that you create. So 100%. Okay. Next question. When a student wants to attract money, anyone here who's a student and does not know what to do, where do I get money from? What type of source or business should we ask for in case we're not clear of what we want to do? So this is a really good question that Amrita is asking. Okay. So if you're a student, and by the way, we've had in our academy several students who are students, they don't have jobs, but manage to get money all the time from several different sources, because I just told you, money has no brain of its own. It only responds to your personal energy. So if you're a student and you don't have a source of income right now, that is not of your concern at all. The source will find its way to you. What is of your concern is figuring out how much money do I want? What does it look like to have that kind of money? You don't need to know where it will come from. What does it feel like to have that kind of money? What would I be doing with that kind of money? How would I be seeing myself with that kind of money? That is all your job is. The how, which source, and all that will show up to you. But if you want to logically answer this question, what source do I look for? There is, okay, another thing to tattoo on your arm. There are infinite sources of income on this earth. Write it, tattoo it. There are infinite. You know what I'm saying? The word infinite means there is no limitations to a source of income. The more you align yourself to money, which means you begin to believe that it is easy and fast, and you're deserving. If it's fast, I don't deserve. You're deserving even if it's easy and fast. Opportunities and avenues of money that you never knew existed before will suddenly appear to you because it was right here, but you were here vibrationally, right? This is where like so many sources of income exist, infinite sources of income exist, because anything can be monetized. I remember when I was starting out on Teachable, which is where my academy is hosted, there were people selling courses on how to catch a butterfly. There were people making money on how to catch a butterfly. There were people who said how to find the great Yeti. There was courses selling for quite a lot on those kind of things. Anything can be monetized. So the sources, infinite sources of income are here. And as you begin to align yourself to someone who is constantly attracting money from all aspects, suddenly these income sources will start, okay? But to logically answer your question, look at what you're good at. So what are your skills? How can your skills serve another human being? And then start serving them. And that's one way in which you can start. So when I was a student, I taught guitars, I taught singing to kids in my layout, which you can do in India. This is where I originally come from. And in India, you are allowed as a student to take up a part-time service where I was teaching guitar and singing. I did a freelance job on Fiverr.com. My stuff is still on there for voice overs, for proofreading, for jingle singing, whatever you're good at that can solve someone's problems. Just put your services up on different avenues, and you'll find that as you align into a human being who can command and attract money easily and fast, those avenues will start getting customers and clients. How many of you believe me? Just type I believe you. Okay. So in case you don't know how to align yourself, you guys already know, most of you are already coming. We have 12,000 people coming for tomorrow's webinar, and it's not on YouTube, it's on a separate platform. I will ask my team now to just put a link in the description where you can register for a class called Align to Abundance. Now, that's a 90-minute class I'm teaching tomorrow at 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And this class is 90 whole minutes of me teaching you how to align yourself to financial blessings. And this is especially good for those people who can influence their income, which means people who are business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, trainers, musicians, artists, consultants, dentists, chartered accountants, anybody who can actually attract unlimited amounts of clients, right? It will really help you guys, especially. Okay, so my team will put the link. Go register, come tomorrow, 90 minutes. We'll sit down and discuss all of this. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, drink some water here. Okay, Archana Jain says, how to believe when you're not doing good in your business despite putting efforts? The money is flowing to you. My efforts are not synchronized. So I already told you, and this is something we talk about in tomorrow's class. No amount of hard work can make up for your lack of alignment. This is what Esther Hicks said. And most of you follow Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks. So you would have heard her saying, no amount of hard work can make up for your lack of alignment, which means hard work is another thing that we have, the word I'm looking for, drilled into our head. I mean, I work hard. Lord knows I work hard, but I work hard for free. Okay. Most of what I do for money, I don't do a lot of hard work. I do fun things, like I make audible stuff for my courses. I make fun videos. I do things that are like playtime for me. It's not hard work for me. It's joyful work. It's inspired work. I don't even call it work. It's like I get paid to have fun and just play and do what I would anyways do, with whether I was paid for it or not. I don't call that hard work. I show up for class. I show up to teach my 5 a.m. sessions. I just have fun doing it and I get paid for doing it, right? So I don't call that hard work. I call that inspired action, fun, living your purpose, joyful, being happy, playing and getting paid for it. That is what I think everyone should have, is just playing and being paid for it. So hard work is not hard work, struggle, make it work, prove my worth. That's an old world paradigm, not necessarily related. So most people will work really hard, but they don't see themselves. This is what tomorrow's web class is about. So register if you haven't. They don't see themselves as someone for whom money can come naturally and easily, whether they work hard or don't work hard. Now the fear comes, if I don't work hard, how am I worthy of that money? There's a whole lot of stuff to discuss, which we'll talk about in tomorrow's class. So if you've not registered, come. But to answer this person's question, stop with the hard work, okay? Or do your hard work. But if you have a very stinky energy around money, whatever you do with your hard work will go backwards. You will get results that are worse off than when you barely touch the work, but then you're very aligned. You'll get phenomenal results. I'm not telling you not to work hard, enjoy your life, do all of that. But don't work hard from a stinky energy. You should align yourself to abundance, which is again going back to tomorrow's class. Align yourself, aligning to abundance. Only when you align to abundance and you touch your work, all that you touch turns to gold. Seriously. But when you're not in alignment and you do your work, it stinks up the place. It's a fish market. How many of you relate to what I'm saying? So how do you get yourself aligned? That's a 90-minute class that's happening tomorrow. Please come for that, okay? Because it'll take me 90 minutes to explain how to align yourself. But it's happening tomorrow. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just come for the class. The link my team will put in the comments, okay? So to answer this question, how to believe when you're doing good in your business despite putting all efforts in it? So how do you believe is not related to the fact that you're not getting results. Your belief is related to what is working out. So all this we talk about tomorrow. What is working out in your life? You start by noticing that. Then belief. I learned this from Amanda Francis, who is another phenomenal money coach. She said beliefs are like pants. When you put on your pants, when you see this nice pants, when you put it on first, they may not fit you. And you may have to adjust them a little bit at a time in order for them to be a perfect fit. Immediately, may not fit. So you've got to tweak your belief system by first looking for evidence of success that is happening in your life. Then slowly looking for evidence where you believe it is possible for you. Again, I'm teaching you things that it'll take me a long time to teach you. So we have a class for it tomorrow. But essentially, you don't look for evidence of whether your business is doing good or bad in order for you to believe where the money will come to you. Firstly, don't make meaning. Just because your business is doing bad right now does not mean that you will not hit your targets. Don't make a bad month determine how great you are. Don't let a bad month determine how much potential you have. Nothing means anything. Failure does not mean jack squat. It only gives you some feedback for you to take and better yourself. Okay. So how do you believe? You start with the opposite. You start by first picking out what do you actually believe is going well in your life, and then slowly you alter the belief, like pants, until that belief that everything goes my way, things work beautifully, my business is doing well, starts sitting well with you. I mean, there's so much I've not said here because I have to take time to answer this question. So for Archana and those who had this question, please come for tomorrow's class so that I can actually go in detail. But essentially, you build your belief. You don't just start with money comes easy to me. No, you don't believe that. You go slowly, one short, smaller belief at a time, and then you pull yourself up to a point where you can believe that money comes easy for you. Okay. But it always goes inside out, not outside in. You don't wait for your results to make you believe. You believe first, and then the results are a byproduct of that. Okay, question number 5. How to clear debts and increase the money abundantly. Chandra says how to clear debts. So debt, nothing wrong with debt. Okay, so firstly, stop associating debt with something that you've done wrongly in your life. It's okay if you had debt. Don't shame yourself for having debt. It's part of your money journey, part of your experience. Okay, you're just paying something off over time. That is what debt is. Now, you never focus on debt when you're trying to attract money, because obviously what you focus on, you fuel. When you're trying to attract money, you don't attract just enough to pay your debts and have a normal life either. When you're attracting money, you always focus on the emotion of having more than you could ever spend, which means the emotion should be of someone who spent all the money that they could possibly spend. They've paid off all the money that they could possibly pay. They've paid off their debts. They have saved up all the money that they could possibly save. Their investments are doing phenomenally, and there's still so much more money left over that I don't know what to do with. This is a state of overflow. As Amanda Francis, she says the same thing. It's a state of overflow. You always focus on overflow. You never focus on debt. You never focus on the immediate problem. You always focus on what is 10 steps ahead of that immediate problem. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll give you a little story here from my personal journey. Is many years ago, I think it was about 2013 or 14 or something, I was in the middle of my panic disorder, because most of you know I went through a pretty brutal mental health past. And I was completely shattered in every way, which my relationships, everything was horrible. Money, no money. I had a job, but I was being paid absolutely peanuts. And I went for this NLP training back then, 2013, I'm talking about. And they asked us on a tile, they asked us to write out all our problems. And I wrote in every corner because, in my past, I was bullied, I was hit, I was abused. I had, a whole slew of, pain that I went through in my past, plus mental health struggles, social anxiety. And I put all these things, and I put, no one, I don't have any friends. I wake up with anxiety. I cry myself to sleep. That was my reality back in 2013. This is who I was. I came from a very dark past and full of pain and mental health issues. And I would write and I'd say, this is what I got, nothing going on in my life. It was a horrible life. And so I wrote everything on that tile. And then they put one tile on top of that. As I was holding the tile, they put one tile on top of that and said, okay, does the heaviness of these two tiles is it more or less than the heaviness that you're carrying in your life? So I said, oh, I'm carrying far more heaviness than the weight of these 2 tiles. So they put one more tile. It was pretty heavy. I said, okay, fine. Now the tiles are heavy enough to represent, or are as heavy as the heaviness that I was carrying in my life. So then they put the tiles between these 2 stones, and then they ask us to take our bare hands. And if you've ever seen me in physical life, you'll see that I'm this tiny. I'm very skinny, very small built. So no helmet, no shoes, nothing fits me. In case you didn't know, one tiny wrist. I have to now break through those 3 tiles. Now, at first glance, it's totally impossible to do because you're focused on the tiles. If I hit my hand on the tiles and that force to try to break it, I will break my hand. Okay. So, what is the secret here? The secret to breaking those tiles is to focus on the point far beyond the tiles, which means if this is the tiles, okay, if these are the tiles, if I focus on hitting the tiles, I'll break my hand. Because most people focusing on debt, trying to get a job, trying to be happy. It's all just here. What we need to focus on is life here, far beyond. So I have to focus on the point beyond the tiles. So as I started focusing, what is life beyond debt? When you have overflow, you have more money than you could ever spend. What does that life look like and feel like? And fully soak into that. What does life look like when you're totally mentally healthy and happy and you have friendships and you have great life? What does that look like? So you want to focus far over here. Then when you take your hands, when I took my hands, first shot, took my hands and I focused far below and I hit it. And I'm a tiny person, okay? I broke through all 3 tiles and everybody starts clapping around you and then hugging you. And, this is to show you that life problems solve themselves when you have a greater focus than just the problem itself. You guys learning something, type it down. Have a greater focus than just the problem itself. So if you want to clear debts and accumulate money, you have to look at life in a state of overflow where there's more money that you could ever use or spend. And it is possible. Many people, myself including, are living in a state of overflow. It works, it lives. And I'm 30 years old, baby faced. If I can do this, anybody can do this. Okay. So if you learned something, just type learned. Let me check out what's happening in the comment section. Learn something. Okay, good. Please post the link. Team, are you still here? If you're here, please, can you post the link? Looks like the link was not posted, is it? I'm not sure. So let me just post the link here. One moment. I will just post it here. 1 second. Okay. I'm looking for my, hold on. I'm looking for the, here. Okay, so I've just posted it. Just click on that. And when you click on that, you'll get to a page that looks like this. I'll show you. Okay, when you click the link I just posted on the chat, you'll get to a page that looks like this. This is my Crore Club Award, which I won in 2020, but it came to me this year, 2022. This was when I had crossed a crore back in 2020. And of course, later on, we went to 3 crores, 4 crores, 5 crores in a year as digital coaches. It was a long-term dream. How I came to this, I teach you all about that in the class. Okay, so you'll click this register button. Are you seeing it? Yes, you're seeing it. You click the register button and then you put in your details and then register, and then I will see you tomorrow in class. Okay, tomorrow 7 p.m. IST, where we'll be going deeper into all of these things. Okay, all right. Okay, let's look at the 6th question. And I think this should be our last question for the day, because whatever answer I'm giving generally, so everybody can apply it in their lives. Okay, I have no job. I'm a housewife. How to find different sources of income, how to earn money without a job. So firstly, I think that's kudos to her that she's looking at money outside of a job. That itself is a sign that you're moving in the direction of a lot of abundance, because job is one source of income. Great to have one, but having multiple sources of income and money working for yourself, which means investments, is very important if you're trying to become financially free, because you can't trade your time for money. We don't have that much time. What we do have is money, that is energy, exponentially growing and growing and growing for us while we're sleeping. So that is, firstly, that's great. Now, if you're a housewife, that means you're already in a position where you have access to the internet and you have time. And you can learn new skills through the internet. You can service other people through the internet. You can do trading through the internet. You can find online sources of there are so many ways in which you can put up your skills, you can put up knowledge, you can blog, you can do YouTube, you can do, like, this is one of my business models, is I don't have a job. I do YouTube and I teach people in my academy. That's what I do, and that is my job. But like I said, this is fun time for me, having fun and playing around and getting paid for that. So as a housewife, you have space. You can teach people things, you can talk to people, you can connect to people, you can trade, you can do several things. So I would probably Google up sources of income and see what you resonate with. So again, going back to that statement I made, firstly, investments are important. So look into that stuff, find yourself someone who can teach you investments. Secondly, while you're building your income, it's good to start with, what am I good at, and how can that help somebody out there, and then begin to hone that skill and put up that skill up somewhere where people can find it, like fiverr.com, upwork.com, YouTube, right? I have a skill that you guys would like to use, so I put myself on YouTube where people just type in what they need and then they see my videos, and then I teach them deeper classes outside, and then I have an academy, and so it starts like that. Okay, so that's good. Let's try one more question. All techniques are super awesome. I want to know, how can we attract new business opportunities and attract more wealth? I've answered that question. Okay, currently my blockage is insecurity towards money. So I'll answer Usha's question and then we will wrap it up at that. And I will go deeper into all of this in tomorrow's class, which is aligned to abundance. So 2 things you need to know here. The first one is, a lot of people are scared of money and secretly don't want money because they're scared that they lose it, or the tax man will come and take everything, or they're scared that people will take advantage of them when they have money, or they have some sort of fear that is blocking the money. And firstly, Usha, kudos to you. You already know what is blocking you. You know that you have insecurity towards money. The money will just disappear. If I have enough money, something bad will happen, or you already know. So that's step number 1, is becoming aware of what your block is. So that's fabulous. So secondly, what is the next step from here? The best way to overcome a block, firstly, is to question it. Okay, is it a universal truth? Like I said, this is why I teach like 90-day, 120-day courses, because there's so much to teach you around money. But I'll try to condense it. Always, to break a block or belief, you always have to question it and ask, is it written in some universe, in some planet, on some book, that whoever has money is going to lose it, or Usha who has money is going to lose it? Is it written anywhere? No, it's an idea in your head, and ideas can be changed. How do you change this idea? You look for evidence of people who've had money and were able to keep it, were able to grow it, were able to share it, were able to go into a state of overflow. Once you start looking for evidence, it'll prove to you that it is possible to have money and be totally secure with it. Then you will start building newer beliefs by looking at, what all do I already have in my life that I didn't have to work hard for, that I didn't have to prove my worth for, that is staying with me now without, I don't have to be insecure about that. Well, the sunlight, I don't have to prove my worth to exist. Without sunlight, I don't exist. I don't have to prove my worth to the sun to give me existence. I don't have to prove my worth to a life energy to keep me alive. I don't have to prove my energy to water to nourish me. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I don't have to be insecure, because what is natural will always stay. Money being a natural energy will always stay, because money has no brain of its own. It's an energy. When I believe that it will stay and multiply and have more than enough, that is how money will behave with me. If I choose to see evidence of people who are losing money, instead I choose to see evidence of people who keep money and grow money, that becomes something I can believe. And as I believe that, that becomes my energy default. Energy default, this is why I teach so many, like I teach 120 days of classes because so much to teach. I'll just end with this. Your energy default is subconsciously what you believe you can actually attract. So if you're scared that I'm not somebody who can command money and keep it, that's your insecurity. Somehow by the time you reach certain amount of money, something will happen and it will go away. But when you energetically train yourself to believe that you're a money giant, you're really good at money, all this is really good, money comes in easy ways, money stays, money is my best friend, all things are secure, it is safe for me to have money, it is safe, it is safe, it is safe. Look at that person, it's safe for them, it's safe for me, it's safe for them, it's safe for me. And you start energetically, subconsciously realizing that money will stay and keep growing. And even if you can't lose money because it's an energy, it's like saying I lose water. There's so much water, it's infinite. Same way, there's infinite energy in this universe. And because there's infinite energy, you cannot lose money. Therefore, there's no insecurity around something you cannot lose. You understand? So you lose something, the universe will balance with something else. You pay money, the universe will balance with some other money coming in. It's a constant balancing act. If that is your belief, that is what happens. Okay. So if you've learned something, please type in the chat telling me what you took back. What was the note? That one thing I said that was an aha moment for you. Please let me know in the chat what was the aha moment for you. And if you want to go deeper and you resonate with what I'm saying, please come for the class tomorrow. I'll paste that link in the chat once again. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Okay. Energy, money has no brain of its own. That itself should make you feel better. Okay. So you guys have the link. So now tell me, what is it that you took back? So Joginder says, energy follows thought. You like that? Proving yourself is totally not important when it comes to anything. You ask for the universe. You don't have to prove yourself to be worthy of it. Okay. Money is easy and fast. Yes, if that's what you believe, that's what it will be. Creating balance is aha moment. Yes, good. You want to join the MMMC course? Okay, come for tomorrow's class. We're not selling MMMC tomorrow, but just come for the class. It'll give you some girth. Email us if you want to join MMMC. We can help you out. We don't have live MMMC. We have a live class called 90-Day Abundance Accelerator that's starting April 1st, but you'll get to know more about that tomorrow. So just come for tomorrow's class. State of overflow. Money has no brain. Okay. Pants, beliefs are like pants. I like that. How to join your 120-day class? Come tomorrow for the webinar. At the end, we open a short window for people to join. It's a very qualified program. It's not open to everybody. We have a window to join, but that window opens in the class tomorrow. So come for tomorrow's class. Okay. Paste the link here again. Okay. Being a good human being is easy. Yes. Money is fun. There are infinite sources. Good. Will this be recorded to replay? Yes. Yes, it will be recorded. Okay. Anjana says, what is the best way to achieve 1 crore trophy the way you achieved it? The best way to achieve 1 crore trophy is to achieve 1 crore and then tell your mentor, I achieved. This award is from Siddharth Rajshekhar, who's one of my mentors. His group, it's called Internet Lifestyle Hub. He doles out these awards for his students who've made a crore. So I learned business systems, funnels, autoresponders, automation of my business. I learned it through him. And since I'm one of his students and I crossed a crore in 2020, I got that award. Okay, cool. So I will see you tomorrow. I am looking to see all of you. I don't know how many, 286 of you. I look forward to seeing all of you at the class tomorrow. We have 12,000 people registered for the class tomorrow. So it's going to be like energy like you've never experienced before. So I look forward to seeing you there, and it's going to be fabulous. So see you in tomorrow's class. I hope you've taken from today, you've taken notes, and the replay of the session will be up as soon as I finish this live. So see you guys tomorrow for the Aligned to Abundance class. I hope today has empowered you to realize that you're the sole creator of your reality. Money has no brain of its own. It only follows your orders. So what are your conditions?